Everyone, I'm Jodylynn and welcome to Aging Naturally, where we talk about non-invasive, better aging solutions for mature skin. If you're looking into purchasing a beauty device, you have come to the right place. That is what this channel is about, good skincare, and also I do a lot of beauty device reviews. I am 50 years old. I've never had any Botox, fillers, or plastic surgery, so all of the products that I use, devices, have been tested on skin that has no injections or plastic surgery. I think it's really important before purchasing any beauty device that you watch this video on what they do, what they cannot do, and some things that you really need to keep in mind when purchasing a beauty device. I'm very happy with the results that I have gotten from taking care of my skin, getting on a good skincare routine, using SPF daily, and then of course the help and aid of beauty devices. I knew nothing before 47 years of age, so it's never too late to start your journey. And we're going to be looking today at some photos, and I thought that these photos would help for a better understanding of what it is that I'm talking about and what I'm kind of recommending. These photos are just to help us, to guide us so that you understand what it is that I'm talking about. Most of these photos I got from Canva, which are free that I can share, and there is one that I got from a website that I will link that information as well. But I think that this gives us a better understanding of what it is that I'm talking about. If you hear me say advanced signs of aging or heavy bags, I just want you to make sure that we're on the same page in what I'm kind of talking about, and I will give my suggestions on what it is that I think might be helpful to you. Let's talk about the under eye area. Fine lines, wrinkles, minimize that area. Whether it is that you have advanced signs of aging or they are just starting out, I think it's really important to definitely use an eye cream. There are a lot of people that disagree with me, and that's okay. There's a lot of debate on eye creams. But when you are an aging woman that does not get Botox or fillers and you are finding that nothing is working, I suggest to try it because I definitely see a difference. This particular area is so sensitive due to how thin the skin is. We're not using certain beauty devices on that area for very good reason. We are not using certain serums, glycolic acid, BHAs, and AHAs on this particular area for very good reason as well. So if we're not, then I'm thinking, why wouldn't I use an eye cream that's formulated to be able to treat this particular area? I see great results. A lot of us have dark circles as well as puffiness and as well as fine lines and wrinkles. So I like an eye cream that is going to treat all of that. So if you can get on a great retinol eye cream in the evening, that's definitely going to be helpful. I will list recommendations, and also a good vitamin C or peptide during the morning. That's also going to be helpful as well. Another thing that you can do when we're talking about beauty devices is microcurrent. You have to be careful because some microcurrent devices that are, the Lift Mini has educate and erase modalities, which means that the educate is going to lift and tone, and the erase is going to stretch out those and erase fine lines. I don't like to use the word erase, but definitely minimize those fine lines and wrinkles. And a lot of other devices don't have that, actually not go in the direction that you want to go. So it's really important to get the correct device that's going to be able to work around the eye area. So making sure that when you're looking at your beauty device that you are looking to see if you can use it around the eye area. That's why I love the Lift Mini, because of those two modalities, and I use this around the eye area. I also use it on the hood area to lift and keep this toned as well. If you've got severe hooded eyes, this is not going to make them not hooded anymore. So just note that. It's definitely going to help eventually to give them a bit of a lift. It's not going to, miraculously make them like this. So just so that you know that. Also, another device that I love for the eye area is the Venus. This has sonic vibration. This also has red light therapy to help build collagen, as well as collagen stimulation, which is very similar to radio frequency. However, it is gentle enough to be able to use on this area. So this is going to help with tightening the skin, as well as lymphatic drainage and blood circulation in that area, which is great for overall skin health. And I love using this before using this. Either of these will really do, and if you asked me, Jodylynn, what is just one device, I would go with this one. Want to up your game, both is better. Also a cheap alternative. If you just are starting to notice your fine lines and wrinkles, honestly, gua sha is great to help to minimize an overall good skin health. You can also just use your hands and you can do some of the face yoga that is online. This is really for if you just got, you know, you're just starting to see those fine lines and wrinkles. Maybe you're in your late 20s, early 30s. That, I think, it can be great and it can help to prevent them from getting any worse if you're wearing your skincare, if you're obviously doing your good skincare routine and wearing SPF every day. If you have more advanced signs of aging, I honestly do not believe that gua sha is going to help like a beauty device. I just really don't. There's no research that shows it as well. If you guys have any other information, or, you know, let us know in the comment section below. But I think it's great for overall lymphatic drainage as well as overall good skin health. And I think that it can definitely be preventative when combined with a good skincare system and SPF daily. Let's talk about eye bags. If you are just starting to see eye bags, prevention is really key, honestly. And if you're just starting to see eye bags, I think that you can make changes if you're really consistent with SPF. If you're doing some lymphatic drainage, look at videos. There's a ton of them under the eye area. Microcurrent, retinol can definitely help this area, as well as Venus. Just starting to get those eye bags, I do think that you can reverse them. However, if they're pretty advanced and you've got a lot of puffiness underneath the eye and you've got a lot of fluid in there, you are definitely going to want to see somebody to see what your options are. But a good skincare routine, SPF daily, as well as, you know, if you wanted to try red light therapy, lymphatic drainage, just give it about 4 to 6 months and see where you're at. Still, you know, pretty heavy. I suggest seeing someone. When we're talking about the neck, radiofrequency and microcurrent are going to be your best bets. If I said you only had one option, probably radiofrequency, again, because we're tightening, sagging skin, never use it here. But I do believe that the combination of both is definitely going to be more powerful. I use both. I feel it does make a difference for sure. It is not going to totally get rid of your lines. I mean, I still have them. I'm not looking for, you know, them to be completely eliminated. And it's not totally going to get rid of sagging skin, but it is definitely going to help reduce and minimize. All right, let's talk about the turkey neck. Our skin definitely, this is the most neglected part when we're doing our skincare routine. We forget SPF here. We forget to bring our skincare serums and, you know, our whole routine down this area. So that is a lot of the reason why you'll see women that have their neck almost kind of looks like it's more aged than their face. I have seen wonderful results with the Oralift on my turkey neck. I did not use any other device on this area. I have to attribute it to Oralift. People have seen wonderful results with the Lumo radiofrequency. They have used it here and here, just not here. So you're kind of going up like this, and that has really helped with turkey neck. Look at other videos. People have seen huge results with that. So that's something that you can do as well. I don't think that you can get rid of with at-home devices that are out there, but you can definitely help to tighten the area. Also, EMS is going to be great for this area, for toning in this area right here, which can also help with this. So EMS is electric muscle stimulation. It's different than microcurrent in that it's not using energy to increase ATP, but it's actually contracting the muscle. And a lot of people don't like the feel of EMS because you can definitely feel some twitching in the face. Just kind of keep that in mind. But I feel that EMS can definitely be more helpful in this particular area and contouring in this cheek area. This skin tends to be thicker, and I find that EMS can be definitely more helpful than microcurrent on this area. And when you are toning this right here on the sides, you are then kind of bringing this turkey neck kind of up. So that can definitely be helpful. Again, you can't use EMS here, but you can use it underneath here. The lips, we start to see those fine lines and wrinkles. Again, Venus is going to be great for that, and Microcurrent is going to be wonderful for that as well. However, if you have like more of a new face or a Ferrero Bear, I would suggest steering clear from this area because those are toning devices and they only have one modality, which is tone. And you don't want to tone this area. Toning is going to tighten the muscle, and these are already tight. Like there's already tension there. You want to actually lengthen those muscles. And if you're getting lines here, you want to lengthen those muscles as well. So I suggest this or one of the Myolift devices where you have the erase function. I don't know if the Zip has something for the mouth area. They might as well, but red light therapy is going to be great too. They have devices like the Revive where you can put it in your mouth, and it has red light therapy that can help with this area as well. It's going to take time for sure. It's not going to eliminate those wrinkles, but I think that you're going to find that it will minimize and they will definitely look a lot better. And it's the same with glycation. So glycation is where you kind of got that more spackled look. I kind of say like a glass spackled look around the lip area. And that usually has to do if you're a smoker or you have severe sun damage, healthy diet, hereditary. So there's a lot of factors that can cause that. There's really nothing on the market as well today that can really kind of break that up. So again, kind of like the eye bags situation, making sure that you're wearing your SPF daily, good skincare system, and maybe some red light therapy. You're always going to see an esthetician. They're going to be able to help you and let you know what they might be able to do. Let's say that you are just starting to see those fine lines and wrinkles. What can you do? Oralift can work wonders. I love Oralift. However, there's not a lot of clinical research on Oralift. So just so you know that, I've done a whole video on Oralift, and I've also interviewed the doctor. I think it's great for preventative. I think it can change the biological makeup of what's happening on a deeper level than just the outer layer of the skin. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on this video, but that is something that if you're interested in, it's very similar to a mouth guard. So it works very different than other beauty devices, but I think it is very innovative. I think it's wonderful, and I believe that it does work. However, you got to be consistent, obviously, and there's not a lot of clinical research on this particular product. I think that this is a great time to get into microcurrent. Microcurrent is going to help to increase ATP, and that is going to help to lift, to tone the muscles in the face. I have seen amazing results with just microcurrent alone when I first started my journey. I've done many videos on microcurrent and the different technologies that are out there. The one that's going to be most effective is definitely the one that you are going to be consistent with. And then, of course, this is a great time to start with red light therapy. Red light therapy is got a lot of research back that it can help to build collagen in the skin. So at this point in the game, if you're just starting to get those fine lines and wrinkles and you're like, whoa, that's a lot of information, where should I start? I think any of those would be great. The most researched is red light therapy. So if you wanted to just start with red light therapy, just get started with red light therapy. Give it a good 4 to 6 months and see where you're at with your skin. And if you feel that you need to kind of bump it up a notch, that's kind of what I say. Take one thing at a time. All right, let's talk about fine lines and wrinkles and your skin is just starting to sag. So you're really kind of seeing the elasticity decreasing and the skin is becoming more saggy. I think that any of the stuff that I had talked about previously could definitely help. However, I think that radiofrequency is going to be your best bet. So sagging skin is definitely radiofrequency. Think of microcurrent as toning the muscles and radiofrequency is tightening the skin. Both of them can definitely be huge powerhouses in transforming the skin. But if you only purchased one device, I would say radiofrequency, and potentially a radiofrequency device that is combined with microcurrent, if you didn't want 2 devices, is really going to be really super powerful in getting you some effective results. I also think this is a great time to add in micromedical needling as well, seeing an esthetician or a dermatologist to do that process. Medical microneedling is very similar to cosmetic microneedling. However, you're actually using a needling that is deeper than cosmetic needling. So you're using a 0.5 or above. There's really no need to actually use anything more above that. Medical microneedling is actually collagen induction therapy. So it is creating wounds in the skin that is going to create the wound healing cascade. When it heals, is going to be creating more collagen. There are wonderful results with medical microneedling, but if it is something that you look into, I really suggest seeing an esthetician or a dermatologist if you're going to think about doing that, because it's a whole process. You really need to make sure that you're being safe, and you don't want to make the skin any worse because you are creating wounds in the skin. These are the women that I feel have done great videos at explaining and how to be safe, to do it where it's going to be effective. If you're in this stage and you say, all right, Jodylynn, what is the one thing that I should really try? I would say medical microneedling, due to also just research and what it really do to the skin. It's pretty remarkable. I also suggest at this point in the game that you might even want to look into cosmetic needling once a week for product penetration with those growth factors. I definitely think that those are really important, and then you can medical microneedle once a month. But if you wanted to do something at home and didn't want to go that route, definitely radiofrequency. You have more advanced signs of aging. If you're deciding to do it at home, I suggest, radiofrequency and medical microneedling is probably your first starter points for sure. And then if you want to look into peels. But I would not do a peel at home. I would definitely see an esthetician, but they can, really give you wonderful results, because chemical peels could definitely go wrong. Very wrong. Chemical peels, there's definitely a lot of different peels that do different things, but they can be very helpful as well. And just so you know, this is really a holistic approach. So there is not one device, there's not one serum that is going to make everything magical and turn back the hands of time. It really is about diet, sleep, sun exposure, SPF daily, a good skincare routine, ensure that you're giving the skin the nutrition that it needs with that good skin food. So it's really a holistic approach, and I think a lot of times that's very underrated. And a lot of people don't want to talk about it because it's not the fun stuff to talk about, but it's really the truth. I hope that you found this helpful. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'm here to help you. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a like. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you do not miss my upcoming videos. Until next time.